Hello, everyone. You guys know why I'm here. I have one of my business proteges, entrepreneur, Patricia. Patricia just won, and this happens every single time. By the time she got to me, she now has two contracts. I just found out a week or so ago. And I want to tell you guys about Patricia's journey because Patricia, she made a plan, like a lot of you guys are doing. A lot of people are doing that. You decided you don't want to work for anybody else anymore. You want to retire early, kind of like I do. And she made a plan, and her plan is coming to fruition. Patricia's one of those people, though. I had to tell her, what, tell the team, tell Patricia to stop buying things. I need to talk to her first. Every time I looked up, every time I get a report, I'm like, didn't she just get into the program? What else is she buying? So, but we finally met because I'm like, get her on the calendar right now. I need to see what she's doing. And how long did it take you to start winning, Patricia?
I would say it probably, well, what I did was I followed your suggestions and I just started bidding.
Mhm.
And I just started finding contracts and bidding and bidding. And I want to say it probably took me 2 to 3 weeks to get my first award.
That's all? I thought it
Yeah.
took way longer than that.
I want to say it's only been 3 weeks since I
Well,
started bidding. Well,
yeah,
from the time I started the program, it was probably a month though.
okay. I even
Yeah.
thought it was longer than that, but yeah, okay. Because I noticed her right away because she's doing everything. Every time I have a class, Patricia's there. You were on a mission, weren't you?
Yes, ma'am. I
It's
was on a
a
mission.
mission.
Yes.
So, what made you decide to do government contracting?
So I've done a lot of entrepreneurial things in the past. Like I've done real estate, I've done, like insurance, I've done quite a few different things. And I want to say I saw a video on YouTube
Mhm.
and it was Michelle talking about government contracting. And I was like, government contracting, what is that? And
So,
so I
you had
started.
never heard of it before?
Well, you hear people say, oh, I got a contract for this or I got a contract for that, but I didn't know the extent of what government contracting was. And
Mhm.
so I started following your videos and watching, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is something that I think that I can do. Thank you so much, Michelle. I'm so happy and I'm just so grateful to you and your
Oh,
team for all of your help. You guys have been such a blessing to me.
well, look, we want winners all around us. So we gonna do what we get. She won? Okay, hurry up. Listen, fit her in because I know she's scared.
Yes.
So yeah, no, we're just as committed to you guys as you are to yourself, because that's what I look for. Do you have a commitment to yourself, not to me,
Mhm.
to yourself? And you
Right.
hear me talking about that. That's the most important thing. But that's why you won so fast.
Well, lo and behold, I didn't know how big government contracting was. And it to me is humongous. And it's really a good business for someone like me. I've been in the medical field for a long time. So I feel like I'm very detailed oriented. So
You
I think
are.
it takes a real detail oriented person in order
Mhm.
to get yourself focused and do government contracting. So I felt like it fit who I am.
Yeah. And then, so what about the suppliers? I know I told you a few tricks because we spent some time
Mhm.
together, but how did
Right.
you feel about that process? Were you
I
frustrated by that at all, or was your experience like kind of what we talked about?
Michelle, I was totally and completely frustrated. When I was trying to go it on my own, I was trying to stay in the field that I am in medical
Hmm.
supplies, and I was having a lot of doors being shut, saying,
Hmm.
no, we can't supply you with that product. No, we already do government contracts.
Hmm.
No, I was getting a lot of no's all around. And so I got really frustrated. And for a while, I told my husband, I don't know if this is for me. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. My self confidence really got low. And
Yeah, and
then
that
once,
happens. That does
yeah,
happen. And that is why I try to nurture you guys and tell you about these suppliers because they try to block up an area, but they're a small group and it's how you approach it. But go ahead, finish. You were talking to your husband.
Yeah, I was talking to my husband and I told him, honey, I think I'm just not gonna do it. I'm gonna quit because I feel like, maybe it's not for me because of all of these closed doors. And then once we spoke and I, kind of set a plan and I followed it, here we go. We got our
Yes,
first two
here we
contracts.
go. Well, first of all, I want to tell you, you and I are going to have another one-on-one, and I'm in medical, so I can help you with that. Because there are medical is a little bit different, so we would have to use a different strategy to get you around that process. You know what I mean? Some of these I can identify for you the ones to stay away from. And because sometimes it's just about knowing how to find other suppliers. Remember, as long as it's the right product connected to the right cage code, maybe as an example, Cardinal's not the one for you to deal with. They're way too big anyway, and they are a huge competitor, but there are other ways for you to get those same products. Henry Schein turns people down all the time. But guess what? He has a lot of other little mini sales teams out there, distributors and stuff like that. Those people just want to make money. So he may have his process. When I say he, I mean the big Henry Schein organization, but we got the secrets and the keys to the kingdom. So we know how to get around those things. And now that you won, your confidence is probably, and it should be, out the roof, because you didn't do like some small onesie twosies. You
Mhm.
you did like 5,000 here, 20,000 there. I'm like, these are not small. So, but you had a plan before you came in too. You set
Yes,
aside money. You
yes.
you're in a situation where you don't have to do one at a time. And we all know, because I kind of put the blessing on you guys and say, uh-oh, once that door is open, I do, because and people they think I'm kidding when I say that. Once that door is open, one or two, the next thing you know. So that's how you start building. And for
Yeah.
you, it'll probably happen very quickly. For Patricia, I foresee her getting what we call an IDIQ very quickly, because the contracting officers are already loving you in your arena. And Patricia got locked out. You got locked out and they got you back
Yes,
in very
yes,
quick.
ma'am.
We
Yes, they
answered
did.
was like, oh my God, I got you know, it's so funny. I tell people, I just had someone the other day, don't panic, don't stress. I used to do the same thing when it would happen to you guys, but we're going to answer these questions. Everything's going to be okay. And I told Patricia, I said, this is happening because you're about to win. Did I say
Yes,
you're about
yes,
to
you
win?
did.
But you felt it too, though. You said, I think I am. Because
Yes.
sometimes it feels like as soon as you get that traceability letter and as soon as you know you're about to win, it's like, here comes the DLA validation team. It's like, I'm about to win. Get out the way. But I had to learn to calm down about that too with people,
Yeah,
because what I learned was they can't take the contract from. So we have to let the process play out.
right.
And these days it's not as bad because we all know what to do.
Hmm.
So I'm so proud of you.
Thank
Congratulations.